Welcome. Let me tell you honestly, this is not a video where I say, here are 5 quick tips and then leave. This is not just 10 minutes of motivation that changes nothing. This is bigger. This is real. Today we talk about the difference between a peaceful life and a painful one. We live in a world where people want your reaction. They insult you to control you. They ignore you to hurt you. They lie just to see you break. And most people react fast, with anger, with shouting, with emotion. They lose their peace. They lose control. They lose power. The sad truth is many people do not even know how much life they destroy with their reactions. One fight that ends a friendship, one angry message that ends a relationship, one moment of rage that changes everything. So today, I ask you to listen slowly. If you understand this message, you will not just survive. You will become untouchable, calm, strong, focused, peaceful. Not because life is easy, but because you do not let the world control your mind. This video is not only for people chasing success. This is for people who are tired of losing control. This is for people ready to take their power back. If you stay until the end, you will understand a strength most people never learn. This is not just motivation. It is also English practice. Every word is simple. Every line builds power and clear thinking. It is not only about speaking better. It is about thinking better. Let's start. Lesson 1. Reacting means they control you. If someone can make you angry with one word, if one insult can change your mood, if one action can shake you, then you are not in control. You are a puppet, and the strings are your emotions. People think fast reaction means power, but no. Fast reaction means weakness. It means you are easy to use. Every time you react without thinking, you give away your peace, your energy, your strength. Think. How many times have you destroyed a moment by reacting too fast? How many times did you scream at someone you love and regret later? How many times did you send an angry text and wish you could take it back? This is emotional slavery. You may not wear chains, but your emotions are tied. And the worst part is, you don't even see it. Example, a young man worked in an office. He worked hard, followed rules, stayed late. But one day, his manager shouted at him in front of all. It was unfair. Not true. The man exploded. He shouted, argued, defended himself. The room went silent. Later, the manager walked away calmly. But the young man was now seen as the emotional guy. Not smart, not hardworking. His one reaction destroyed years of work. He lost because he gave his control away. The solution, the 5-second rule. When someone lies, insults, ignores, or yells, don't react. Pause. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. 5 seconds. That pause gives you back control. In 5 seconds, the fire calms. The brain thinks. You can still answer, but now with wisdom. Your words will be strong, not stupid. Your actions will be calm, not weak. This one pause can change your whole life. In family, in work, in love, everywhere. Because not reacting is not weakness. It is power. Lesson 2. Most reactions become regrets. We all have moments we want to erase. One word, one shout, one angry choice. Made fast, made in fear, made without thinking. These are the memories we carry for years. You don't carry the insult they gave. You carry the way you reacted. You don't carry the problem. You carry your explosion. People think quick reaction is honest. But no, fast reaction comes from pain, not power. We scream when we feel small. We blame when we feel weak. We fight when we feel hurt. But when the storm passes, what stays? Regret, shame, guilt. You think, I should have stayed quiet. I should have waited. But it's too late. Words don't vanish. People don't forget. Think again. How many people have you lost because of quick reactions? How many fights could be avoided? How many peaceful days were ruined because of one bad moment? Sometimes we don't know what we lost until it is too late. Example: a woman loved her younger sister. They were close. But one day at a family party, the sister joked about something painful. The woman exploded. She shouted. She said things she didn't mean. The family was shocked. The sister walked away. Weeks passed. The bond never returned. Years later, the woman cried when she saw photos. Not because of what the sister said, but because of her reaction. One moment, one reaction, a lifetime of pain. The solution: respond, don't react. Say this in your mind: the feeling is real, but the reaction is my choice. Yes, you are hurt. Yes, you want to scream. But don't. Stay still. Stay quiet. Let the emotion pass. Wait 10 minutes, 1 hour, 1 day. Then respond with truth, not pain. This habit can save love, save peace, save your future. Because reacting feels strong now, but calmness feels strong forever. Lesson 3. Silence is power. The world loves noise. People talk, argue, explain, defend, shout. But real power is not noise. Real power is silence. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strength. It takes more power to stay quiet than to fight. Silence is focus. Silence is respect. Silence is mystery. When you stay silent, people don't know your mind. They don't know if you are hurt or if you already won. That is power. Example: a man was attacked on social media by a friend. Lies, fake stories, screenshots. Everyone waited for his reply, but he said nothing. People called him weak. Months later, the truth came out. His silence became dignity. His silence became strength. The solution: use silence. Don't answer every insult. Don't explain yourself to closed minds. Don't waste words on lies. Sometimes silence is louder than shouting. In conflict, walk away. In drama, step back. In disrespect, look them in the eye and stay quiet. People will notice, and you will win. Lesson 4. Not everything deserves your energy. One of life's biggest mistakes is fighting every fight, answering every critic, proving yourself to every voice. This only kills your peace. Remember, not everything is worth it. Not everyone deserves your time. Not every battle is yours. Your energy is limited. If you waste it on gossip, you lose it for growth. If you give it to hate, you lose it for love. Some people want your reaction just to feel strong. Don't give it. Example: a student studied hard. She dreamed big. One day, people lied that she cheated. She was angry. She wrote long posts, tried to explain to all, but people didn't believe. She cried, lost focus, stopped studying, lost her dream. Years later, she said, "I didn't lose because of lies. I lost because I reacted." The solution: protect your energy. Ask yourself, does this deserve my energy? If not, let it go. Don't fight every small battle. Don't explain yourself to people who won't listen. Use energy only where growth is possible. This is wisdom, not weakness. Peace comes not from winning all fights, but from walking away from fights that don't matter. Lesson 5. The calm one wins. The world respects calm people. Calm people make better choices. Calm people build trust. Calm people hold power. Because calmness means control. Most people are storms. They panic, they shout, they cry. But calm people are stillness. They see clear. They think wise. Calmness doesn't mean no pain. It means strong mind with pain. Example: on a train, a drunk man shouted, pushed people. Everyone panicked, but one old man stayed calm. The drunk man came to fight. The old man said, "I'm sorry something hurt you today." The drunk man stopped, sat down, cried. One calm man changed a whole train. The solution: train calmness. Calmness is practice. Breathe deep. Wait before you speak. Detach before you act. Practice calmness in small problems. A late train, a spilled drink, a rude text. These are training. The more you practice, the stronger you get. Anyone can shout. Anyone can panic. But the one who stays calm in fire, that person wins. Part 6, Lesson 6. Reaction is habit. Response is power. Many people don't see the truth. They don't react because they are angry. They react because it has become their habit. They always react without thinking. It's automatic. It's fast. It's not a choice anymore. When something becomes a habit, you stop asking, "Should I do this?" You just do it. Someone insults you, you fight. Someone ignores you, you cry. Someone cuts you off in traffic, you shout. You don't ask yourself, "Do I need to react?" You just do it, because that's what you always do. But here is the real truth. Reaction is automatic. Response is a choice. Only one of them gives peace, respect, success, and power. Let's see the difference. A reaction is quick, emotional, and out of control. It comes from hurt. A response is slow, clear, and calm. It comes from strength. A person who reacts is like a volcano, loud, wild, and destructive. A person who responds is like the ocean, deep, steady, and strong. You must ask yourself today, are you reacting like a robot, or are you responding like a leader? Because the people who respond rule their life. The people who react are ruled by emotions. Example: there was a young man who worked as a waiter in a restaurant. He was polite and hardworking. One night, a rich customer came in. He was rude, bossy, and shouted, "Are you deaf, stupid, or lazy?" The whole room became quiet. Everyone thought the waiter would fight back. But he didn't. He stayed calm. He smiled and said, "Sir, I am doing my best. If it's not enough, I understand, but I will still serve you with respect, because that's who I am." The customer became silent. The rude man looked small. The waiter looked powerful. That same night, the manager gave the waiter a promotion. Why? Because he showed wisdom, not reaction. The deep reason we react when our old wounds are not healed. If you were ignored as a child, you overreact when people ignore you now. If you were humiliated once, you overreact when someone disrespects you. If you were abandoned before, you overreact when people walk away. This means your reaction is not about the person in front of you. It's about your old pain. Until you understand this, you will keep reacting to things that don't matter. The solution: turn reaction into awareness and then into response. Here's how. Pause before reacting. Even one breath can save you. That small pause gives you power. Ask yourself, is this about right now or about something old inside me? Most emotions come from the past, not the present. Respond with truth, not emotion. Truth is strong. Emotion is unstable. Practice daily. Start with small things: traffic, late replies, rude people. Use them as training. Every moment is practice. Every pause makes you stronger. The world does not need more people who react. It needs people who respond. Because those who choose calmness over anger, those who think before they act, those are the ones who rise. Those are the ones who lead. Those are the ones remembered, not for their noise, but for their grace. Now the question is for you. Will you keep reacting from old pain, or will you respond from the power of your future? Part 7. Lesson 7. If you want peace, let go of ego. There is a big reason why people suffer inside. It's not always pain. It's not always fear. It's not even other people. Most of the time, it is ego. That small, hidden voice inside that says, they should have treated me better. I need to prove I was right. I deserve respect. They don't see my value. I can't let them win. And because of ego, you react. You fight. You explain. Not because you must, but because your ego is shouting. But ego is not your strength. Ego is your prison. It keeps you angry. It keeps you stuck. It steals your peace. Ego always wants attention. It wants to be respected, loved, praised, and admired. But the world doesn't always give that. And when ego doesn't get what it wants, it panics. Then you react. You shout in an argument because ego says, they can't talk to me like that. You reply to hate comments because ego says, they don't know who I am. You explain yourself in every fight because ego says, I must defend myself. But here's the truth. You don't need to prove what is already true. You don't need to be loud to be right. The moment you drop ego, you rise. Ego lives in pain. Peace lives in your soul. Example: a man worked for a company for many years. He gave everything: his time, his health, his loyalty. One day, without warning, the company replaced him. No thanks, no apology, nothing. His ego shouted, how could they do this? Don't they know who I am? He wanted to fight back, but he spoke to his grandmother, a wise woman who had lived through wars and pain, but stayed peaceful. She told him, you don't heal by proving others wrong. You heal by proving to yourself that their actions will not control your future. He listened. He stayed silent. 6 months later, he started his own company. Years later, he was more successful than the people who betrayed him. Why? Because he let go of ego and chose peace. Why ego makes you react? Ego is loud. It hates disrespect, rejection, and silence. Ego wants revenge. Your soul wants freedom. If you keep following ego, you lose peace. You fight every comment. You argue with fools. You destroy relationships just to win. But when the fight is over, you are alone, with your ego, but without peace. The solution? Kill ego. Choose peace. Here's how. Catch the voice. When you feel the need to fight, pause. Ask, is this my soul or my ego? Let people be wrong about you. You don't need to explain yourself to everyone. Stop fighting to be right. Peace is better than being right. Stay silent where ego wants to scream. When disrespected, breathe, smile, walk away. That's power. Your worth is not up for debate. You don't need to prove it. You just need to live it, calmly and clearly. When you drop ego, you stop chasing validation. You stop reacting to noise. You stop proving yourself. For the first time, you feel free, light, and strong. That's the kind of strength most people never find. But now you know it. From now on, never lose your peace for anyone. Let silence be your power. Let calmness be your confidence. Let wisdom guide your life. Because the less you react, the more powerful you become. The less ego you hold, the more peace you will feel. Always remember, peace doesn't live in noise. It lives in calm hearts. So choose peace. Stay calm. Rise in silence. Sometimes the loudest answer is saying nothing at all. Thank you for being here. Take care of your mind. Protect your soul. Stay strong, stay calm, and stay free.